Awesome. Right. Some of you have heard, I think Keith, at least Keith has heard of the Smash Hit Product Radar. Cool. So I'm going to quickly recap what it means, because to be able to find products, you have to get this stuff. Otherwise, none of it's going to make sense. Right. So what does a radar do? Well, it points out where the enemies are or where other things are, right? So a locator device. So the Smash Hit Product Radar does exactly that. It shows you where the Smash Hit products are on Amazon. So there's 4 elements to this radar, and if you get these elements, then you can find hot products. So element number 1 is high demand. High demand. In business, you always want to go where the money is, right? You never want to be launching a product that's, completely unproven. Nobody knows if it's going to sell, and there's no clear indication people want it. Really, what that is gambling. And some people gamble and win. Sure, they invent products or something completely new that's never, there's no indication of demand. But to be honest, it's very unlikely that you're going to succeed that way, right? So we want to go where the current is already moving, where the money already is, where people are buying products. This is what high demand is about. A lot of people complain about, there's loads of people selling the product I want to sell. No, that's a good thing, because they've done the work for you. All right? They've innovated, they've tested the market, they've seen if it will sell, they're getting the sales, and now you can extract the data from those customers and be like, okay, those products are selling. Therefore, if I offer a similar product, maybe a better product, mine will sell too. That's what high demand is. That's the first thing we want. Second thing we want is low competition. We really want low enough competition, right? It doesn't have to be no competition. That's probably unrealistic. Right, but we do want low competition. We don't want there to be like ridiculous amounts of sellers in the niche, right? We want there to be room to compete. So we want there to be high demand. Lots of people want to buy the thing, but also room for us to sell our thing still. Some niches are what I call red oceans, right? Red oceans. Imagine there's loads of sharks in the ocean and loads of blood in the water, right? This is because it's brutal to enter into those niches. Right, if you enter into a red ocean niche or an extremely high competition niche and you've got big brands selling products in those niches, really established sellers, loads of designs that are all selling really, really, really well, then you as a new seller with no brand, no reviews, you're never going to get any sales, right? Because the customers are always going to be gravitating towards the products with 5,000 reviews. It's probably why a lot of makeup products are very hard to compete with. Like if you want to sell lipstick, there's just no hope. You've got all the massive lipstick brands that you can compete with, right? And it's just not going to work. So we want low competition. Third thing we want is low hassle, right? Low hassle. In other words, we don't want the product to be a nightmare, right? We don't want the product to cause us loads of hassle and be a nightmare. We don't want it to be too big. We don't want it to be fragile. We don't want it to break. We don't want it to be a nightmare to actually build. Like electronics are a nightmare, right? They really are a nightmare to create good quality electronics. So avoid them, right? We want low hassle products, easy to source and sell to customers. Not too many returns, not too complicated, not too many moving parts. And if we have all 3 of those elements, finally, we want there to be a gap in the marketplace. Or in other words, we want there to be something that we can improve on in the marketplace, something better, something different that we can do with our product that we offer that gives customers a reason to buy our product, right? We don't just want to offer like a Me Too product or like a copycat product where everyone's selling the same thing and you just sell the same thing. Because what happens in that circumstance? Well, if everybody's selling the same thing and the customers see that all the products are exactly the same, well, the only differentiator at that point is going to be price. And so your products are going to have to be cheaper than everyone else's to sell. And then you get a price war. So you reduce your price, the competition reduces their price, you reduce your price even more, and it just goes down and down and down until people are making a loss. Never underestimate the stupidity of people in business, right? People will literally make a loss for months and not even realize. So don't assume that people won't put their prices so low that they'll lose a load of money, because they will. And I've seen it happen so many times. So we need something better. We need to be able to charge more than everyone else, right? The reason why, look at me, I'm absolute sucker for Apple products. So I've got everything. And I pay more for my Apple products than most other people pay for their products. Why? Because Apple do something different. Yeah, you might hate Apple and you might not like them, fine. But you've got to admit they've done something a bit different, right, from everyone else. And therefore, because they're different, they can charge more. And this is the same concept in any niche, in any marketplace. If you do something different, if you do something better in some way, it doesn't have to be better in every way, do something better in some way, then you can charge more. And customers will start to love you and love your brand and buy your other products and reorder from you, tell their friends, family about your products. And there you go. Now you have a business. All right. So if we can have all 4 of these elements on the Smash It product radar, then our product is golden.